What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mike and Jujus Smoke Room at the Smoke Room 420 channel. I'm your co-host Juju. As always, this is a medicinal channel. We do smoke on our lives and podcasts, and if we have guests, but we do not smoke on our other content that you can check out on our playlist. So yeah, a massive shout out to all our members, our viewers, and all of them. Thank you. And remember to like, share, hit that notification bell, and also use what God gave you, that mouthpiece of yours, to let everybody know out there that Mike and Juju is where y'all need to be. So check that out. Check out our playlist. And yeah. What's up? How's everybody doing on Wednesday? It's hump day, y'all. Freaking hump day. Woo! What y'all do? Yep. I'm your co-host, Juju. All right. As always, for the people that could make it or after this post, thank you for tuning in anyway. Thank you. We couldn't do this without y'all. Man. Ooh. Sorry. Ooh. Ooh. All right, y'all. Let us know where you're from. Roll call. Feel like dropping where you're from in the comments. Go ahead. Thank you. Or you want to be anonymous, that's fine too. And if you like what we're doing down here, hit that like, hit that share. And the best of all, use what God gave you, that beautiful mouthpiece of yours, to let everyone know that you know out there that Mike and Juju is where to be at the Smoke Room 420. All right? All right. Man. I'm your co-host. So, let's start with something. You ever notice how the world feels louder than it used to? Like every day there's a new headline, a new crisis, a new official story. And somehow, none of it adds up. So that's why we're here. This room, this smoke-filled sanctuary, is where the noise drops, the truth breathes, and the conversations get just real enough to make somebody uncomfortable. So, if you made it here tonight, you didn't just survive the week. You survive the lies, the chaos, and the nonsense they swear is normal. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Mike and Jujus Smoke Room. Real people, real stories, real conversations. Oh, there. Let's see what's over here, maybe. But let's be honest. Half these people didn't survive the lies. They just saw the government say something suspicious on TV. Took one deep inhale and teleported straight into the smoke room like, nope, I need answers. That's why we're here. But yeah. But yeah. That's what it is. Woo. What are y'all thoughts on this? Like, because who knows? There's always an agenda. There's always some type of agenda. So much smoke screen. You like that? Smoke screen. To cover our eyes on what's really happening behind that cloud door. You know what I'm saying? So, see? But yeah. Give it a few moments. Like I said, it's a roll call. Shout where you're from down in the comments section. Where you're shouting from. Uh-oh, I see something. Ooh, boy. We'll get into that. Hold up. All right. Give me a moment while I pull up something. Yeah. All right. Get the trusted keyboard right here. You know what I'm saying? Real. Real story. Well, that's crazy. Ooh. Ew, whoa. That's kind of absurd. Stories. Ah. This is Wednesday, y'all. What y'all got going on for the week? What y'all's plans for the weekend? Take a quiz. Huh. Ooh. Well, y'all Gen Xers out there. Whoa. Hold on, I might be wrong at this. Hold up. That's a little short list. All right. All right. Let's get into something. If you remember these 25 one-hit wonders, you're a true 70s music fan. So let's get into it. Well, you know, MSN Nanos. Let's see. Didn't even do nothing yet. See, they're trying to. Woo! Whoa. Right. Hmm. No. All right. Here we go. One hit wonders of the 1970s. Nazareth. Love Hurts. Hmm. Baby. Love Hurts. Let me know if I'm singing that right. Keith Carradine. I'm Easy. What? Hold up. I didn't know he was a musician. Maybe I was told that. Hold on. Keith Carradine. Bot. MSN. Whoa. Hold on. Yes. MSN News. Better known as an actor than a musician, the sole top 10 hit for Keith Carradine was an up-tempo version of a song he wrote for the Robert Altman film Nashville. Following the musical's theatrical debut, Carradine released his Academy Award-winning track I'm Easy as a single. Ah, okay. Attempting to capitalize on the love song success, he went on to put out two full-length albums But when they failed to capture much attention, he made the decision to return to his acting full time and hasn't released. Huh. That's interesting to know. Okay. Moving on. Norman Greenbaum. Spirit in the Sky. Spirit in the... I don't know if I heard that or not. Huh. Wild Cherry. Play that funky music. Oh yeah, I remember that. Anybody out there remember? Let us know in the comments. Whoa. Mouth and McNeil. How do you do? Huh. Might check that out later. No. Crazy. Frigid. Frigid Pink. The House of the Rock. Okay, yeah. All right. Alicia Bridges. I love the nightlife. Bet you do. Huh. All right. Crazy. All right. Let's get it. Sorry, y'all. Whoa. All right. Alicia Bridges. I love the nightlife. Whoa. Get moving. Carl Douglas. Kung Fu Fighting. Everybody watches Kung Fu Fighting. And be a sidetrack for his more serious song. Yeah. Kung Fu Fighting. Carl Douglas. Next up, Mountain Mississippi Queen. They performed in Woodstock. And that happened in 1970. Shame, sad. Mungo Jerry in the summertime. I liked it. Moving on. Ram Jam, Black Betty. Now that's a classic. Everybody should know that. I mean, everybody. Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. Ah, well. So, man. The first mainstream hip-hop hit, Rapper's Delight, paved the way for the genre to exist. The original cut, which hit black radio stations in the fall of 1979, was 15 minutes in length and had been recorded in a single take. Eventually, a shorter 7-minute version was distributed to pop stations. The Sugar Hill Gang, a trio of New Jersey rappers put together by Sugar Hill Records founder Sylvia Robinson, followed up its success with several more popular tracks in the United Kingdom. Though one made the charts in the US before disbanding in the mid-80s. The group eventually reunited in the 90s and continues to perform as of 2026, though member Henry Jackson, rest in peace, in 2014. Man. Timmy Thomas, Why Can't We Live Together? Huh. Whoa. Whoa. All right, y'all. Cindy Greco. Greco. Sorry, I don't want to butcher her name like that. Making Our Dreams Come True. Hey, also, did you know out there, Making Our Dreams Come True was the theme song for the highly rated sitcom Laverne and Shirley. Cindy Greco, who lent her vocals to the tune, released the song as a radio-ready single in 1976. After the series took off, Greco released an original single, but quickly found that her fans were more interested in her relationship to the show than a solo artist. Well, sometimes you just gotta go for it. And then, whatever the case may be, great. Skylark. Wildflower. Anybody know what this is? Wildflowers. T-Rex. Bang a gong. Get it on. Well. Oh, well, see, I don't know. I don't think that could fly today, buddy. I don't think that could fly. Moving on. Pilot Magic. Pilots Magic. Well, that's cool. Well, they did play it on where I see it. Okay. It played it. Okay. I'll say that. All right. Steve Forbert. Where are you going? That's crazy. Romeo's Tomb. Steve Forbert, Romeo's Tomb. Billy Paul, Me and Mrs. Jones. Billy Paul. I don't know who he is. That. What's up, Robert? What you doing, Robert? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's going on with you, Robert? Good. If you haven't already, go ahead and Robert Mustard up on his YouTube. Yeah, check him out. Check Robert out. Jamming on that guitar. If you're here now or later after this post. Hang with us off till Sunday at 9. No problem, Rob. Gotcha. I'm just going over some. If you remember these 25 one-hit wonders, you're a true 70s music fan. But some of these I do know, some of these I don't. But that's why we're here. What's up? Go ahead and drop a comment if you like. Or you just hang out and look at the beautiful smoke room. It is beautiful. All right, number 21. Starland Vocal Band, Afternoon Delight. I don't know if I ever heard that one. Composed of two husband and wife teams, the Starland Vocal Band only lasted for 5 years. I'm sorry. From 1976 to 1981. In that time, the folk group managed to churn out 2 albums and 1 hit song. The suggestiveness, Afternoon Delight, this single earned the group 5 Grammy Award nominations and 2 wins. But ultimately, the attention proved to be too overwhelming and made the band too nervous to produce anything else of that caliber. I did not know that. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Abba on crack. Starland Vocal Band members Bill Danoff and John Carroll went on to have solo careers, with the former writing for Emmylou Harris and releasing his own music, and the latter most recently launching his solo album Can't Afford Not To in 2025. Alright, okay, Robert, you already know. That's crazy. That's how they did it back then, huh, Robert? That's crazy. Next up is Ace. How Long? How long till you go? I don't know. Moving on. The bottom rats. Bottom? Why would you name? Oh, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The Boomtown Rats. I don't like Mondays. Well, too bad for you, buddy. They probably don't like you either. Let's go. Huh? How long has this been going on? The Boomtown Rats. That one. Well, as on that note, we'll go ahead and swipe. All right. Okay. Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive. Huh. Anybody know this? Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive. Was it? Horrible song. Thank you, Robert. Vicki Lawrence. Oh yeah, we were talking about me and bro talking about this the other day. Okay. Vicki Lawrence, the night the lights went out in Georgia. Nice. Vicki Lawrence. Yep, it said that. Oh, I haven't read it yet, but it says that. Actor and comedian Vicki Lawrence is best known for her time on the Carol Burnett Show and as a titular character on Mama's Family. She occasionally dabbled in music, as evidenced by this 1973 murder ballet written by her ex-husband Bobby Rossell. Rossell? My bad. That topped the charts nearly 50 years ago. The screen would prove to be Lawrence's true calling, though most recently she appeared in 2025 episodes of Palm Royale. I like the Carol Burnett Show. Mama's Family. Oh yeah. Those are good pastime. Good pastime. Watch Mama's Family. Smoke a doobie. You just paddling, just whatever happens, man. Because you don't know what's going to happen, man. See? People still watch it. They tripping. Yeah. It's okay, Robert. I got your back. Whoa. All right. Hold on. I think I skipped something. Woo. Yep. All right. Last but not the last one. Hurricane Smith. Oh, babe, what would you say? Oh, baby. What? Huh? A writer, producer, and sound engineer, Hurricane Smith spent much of his career working behind the scenes, helping bands like the Beatles and Pink Floyd put out album after album. But in 1972, he had a hit of his own, the pop song "Oh Babe, What Would You Say?" Originally intended as a demo for another artist, Smith was convinced to release the track as a single, but despite his success, he quickly realized he preferred being on the other side of the studio and only released a couple more songs. Uh, well, that's that list. You got anything you want me to check out, Robert? Whoa, why are you moving too fast, computer? Slow down. What are you doing? Ooh. What? Don't remember. Drawing a blank. LOL. Well, well, well. You ran a few errands. Yep. Scarlett, I don't know. She could be listening, but I doubt it. Otherwise, she would have came on, and. But I don't know. Hey, Scarlett, activate Scarlett. Scarlett activated. I don't know. Thank you. Dang, that's what's really going on in the world today, y'all. Man, all kinds. Mm. Hey, let's check this out. You guys had it. You rolling the other night? When? When homeboy on Monday? Monday. Last Monday. This past Monday. Whoa. Alright. Let's view 30. Ah, yeah, that. Yeah, that was. I forgot. But didn't forget, you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember. Hey, we're trying to be like Weird Science. Could happen. It could happen. Well, you never know. That's a lot of power too. You know how power surge would that be? That'd be an EMP imploding, yo. Imploding everywhere, man. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Dang, you got a missile silo coming up. Oh, we can't be doing that, man. Yep, AI. What's up? What's up? I see some viewers are no comment. Give us a roll call. Where you from? This where you're at is Mike and Jujus Smoke Group. I'm your co-host Juju. Well, they're doing too much. All right. I got another list. For y'all. Just tune in, man. Just stay with me, man. All right. All right. Here we go. 30 forgotten 80s singers who used to rule the charts. Anybody out there remember? All right. First one. Tiffany. That was a good one. Think we're alone now. Who don't like Tiffany? At the mall and stuff, man. Alright. Next. Lemo. You might not recognize his name, but if you watch the Never Ending Story, that's who that is. That's who. Hold on. Can I drop it? Anyway, Limahl. Limahl. Because if I'm saying it, I'm butchering his name. You know? But, alright. He sung the Never Ending Story. Cool. Alright. Debbie Gibson. I remember that. She did rule it for a moment, y'all. She did move. Alright. Next up. Nick Kershaw. Nick Kershaw. Well, apparently, because you look like a creeper. What about Nick Kershaw? Dude looks like he's on one. And I don't trust it. Alright, next up, Gloria Loring. Whoa. Well, it's a good thing you don't, because he looks crazy. We have Gloria Loring, best known for singing the theme to Days of Our Lives and her duet Friends and Lovers. She balanced soap opera fame with musical success. But after the 80s, both tracks quieted down. Fun fact though, she's also Robin Thicke's mom. Moving on. All right. Yeah. Jody Watley. Jody Watley. And next up, Richard Marx. We all remember this song. It's play on the radio and all that. On the boombox. Probably even recorded on a mixtape. We all been through this. Moving on. Laura Branigan. Right, yeah, there was like a... Yeah, Marx was alright. And we have Laura Branigan. Yeah. I believe so. Gloria was her massive breakout, and she had a few more hits after that, but health issues and industry shifts pushed her into obscurity before her untimely passing in 2004. Her power vocals are still legendary, though. No. Next up, Taylor Dane. From Tell It to My Heart. Made her a club and radio darling, but her strong voice didn't guarantee lasting stardom. She dipped into acting and reality TV in later years, still iconic to fans of 80s dance pop. There you go. Billy Ocean. Yep. I remember this from my childhood because my mom loved this guy so much. But anyway, that's a fun fact from me. I let it out of the bag. Billy Ocean, he told us to get out of his dreams and into his car. License to drive, and we happily did it. He had hit after hit, but his pop reign didn't make it far past the 80s. He's touring again now, but most fans associate him with that particular synth era. And down. You go, Billy Ocean. Just stay away from my mom. All right. Next up, Stacy Q. Who? Damn. Well, here's a tidbit fact. Two of Hearts is peak 80s bubblegum. Stacy Q had a look, a sound, and a hit, but not much staying power. She popped up on the Facts of Life once and then sort of vanished. Well, that's creepy in a way. Y'all have that and y'all didn't notice any red flags or something? Whoa. Ah! Go back. Crazy. Next up, Martika. We all remember Martika, Toy Soldiers, and the movie Toy Soldiers. Oh yeah, about that. Boy preppy school is taken by bad guys. Oh yeah. Louis Gossett Jr. plays in it. Yeah, everybody remember Martika. Yep. Eminem sampled her song. But her fame was short-lived, and she stepped away from the music entirely for a while. Her song still has a cult following, though. True that. You go, Martika. All right. Next, Christopher Cross. First thing, Christopher Cross. Anybody know Christopher Cross? Great. Sheena Easton. Yep. Sheena Easton, from Bond theme singer to Prince protege, Sheena had serious range. She even had a hit duet with Kenny Rogers. But by the time the 90s rolled in, she was more lounge act than chart topper. All right. Howard Jones. Atlanta Miles. Black Velvet was bluesy perfection, and it hit hard. But her follow-up work didn't stick in the same way. She's still out there performing, but she never got another moment like that. Mm. All right. All right. Next up, Paul Young. Every time you go away, tugged on heartstrings everywhere. His soulful voice stood out during the synth heavy era, but once the 90s hit, Paul got lost in the shuffle of newer voices. Man, that should have been your fuel, buddy. I ain't never heard no one T apostrophe up Paul. Pat. T Paul. T Paul. T Paul. Whatever that one. I give up. Fronted by Carol Decker, this British band scored big with heart and soul. The song was everywhere, but the band didn't last in the U.S. past that one major hit. Oh, another one, Yaz. Uh-oh. This could be something. This could be headline news right here. Yaz, her uplifting dance anthem, The Only Way Is Up, felt like a prophecy. Sadly, it wasn't. She had one bright flash of success before disappearing from the global spotlight. Ah, makes you wonder. It's like two artists that like disappeared from unknown circumstances. All right. Whew, before I jump in that rabbit hole, let's go. Taylor Hicks. Well, that's y'all try to be funny. They added Taylor Hicks to their list. They try, ooh, maybe. But moving on. Kim Carnes. Betty Davis Eyes. Ah, yeah. All right. Denise Williams. Well, you go, Denise. Focusing on gospel, then pop charts. Nice. All right. Colin Hay. Huh. Eddie Rabbit. Hey, double D's, double T's. I don't know. I thought that might have been corny, but oh well. Yep. Moving on. Shannon. Yeah, that's what the guy's name was. Yep. Falco's greatest hits. Ooh. Falco. All right. Let me get my composure right quick. Falco. Rock Me Amadeus. Whatever. Is the most gloriously weird hit of the 80s. Falco was one of a kind talent, but the US success didn't last long. Stayed popular in Europe until his tragic passing in the 90s. My bad. I don't know. I can't make fun of him, man. It's man. Check out Rock Me Amadeus. The same. My bad, dude. Man. He kind of looks like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, but not buff. Could be his clone. You never know. All right. Moving on. Greg Kihn. The breakup song and Jeopardy were quirky new wave hits. But Craig Kihn's moment didn't last. He had more success writing horror novels lately than music. Talk about a pivot. And he's doing his own thing. Yeah. I'm just saying, man, there's like 2 or 3 people now just like stepped away from the spotlight. Never be heard from again. I don't know. Should at least have a paper trail somewhere. Don't know. Alright. Alright. Alright, here's one. Nina Hagen. Well, hold on, man. She's German. Hold on. I gotta. I gotta use my German. No, I'm not doing that because I did take German. You know, a German punk goddess with a voice that could shake walls. She was more an underground icon than a mainstream queen. Still, she made waves in the 80s with her wild style and unforgettable performances. Blink and you miss her. The Balloon Song. I'm just saying. Alright. And crazy over here. Get crazy over here. Alright, hold on. What else we got? Hold on. Get the whip. Everybody out there with any suggestions or anything we want to look up? Anyway, drop it in the comments. Balloon Song, huh? I don't know about that, Robert. 99 loose balloons or something. Loose. The use. Alright. See, made me forget. Alright. As long. Huh. One more time. Alright. Since you could be wrong, sir. I could be wrong too. Let's be wrong together. How about that? Alright. I found something. A bazaar. I can't really say it's a bazaar. Whoa. You down? Alright. Alright. Give me a moment. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you. Alright. Well, I want to read the whole story. What do you mean? Wow. Well, that didn't work. got one for you. Weird but true. Are y'all down out there? Are y'all down? Because this is crazy. King of the underworld. Alligators in sewer myth is true. Workers find out in jaw-dropping video. Whoa. See? Y'all brought the Teenage Mutant Turtles to life now. You got a gator in your sewer system, bro. That's crazy. Huh. The what? The all right. All right, here's one. Here's one. Michigan shoplifter rushed to a hospital after hiding a bottle of wine in her body cavity. What's wrong? Well, you shouldn't be shoplifting. I gotta say to that. That's crazy. No. Hurt. That's what it says. She should have just paid for it or stepped away. Instead of doing all this dumb knuckle stuff. This shit weird out.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell us new topics.
No, they're not.
But you gotta tell it that it's just gonna be the same.
Whoa! Check that out.
What's up,
What's
y'all?
up?
We are back. It is Wednesday. Juju been holding it down. Y'all let me know how he did. Let's see. All right, y'all. As always, y'all here at the Smoke Room 420, Mike and Juju's Smoke Room. The most elite YouTube channel, period, y'all. As always, that would make me your boy and your host, Mike.
I'm your co-host, Juju.
Thank you to everybody that's been in the conversation, that's been watching, that's been showing Juju respect, showing Juju support while I was delayed. But we're here. It's Wednesday. We've got a let's see. Okay, so Wednesdays are what you tried to do the other day. And I said, no, we just need an intro. Is what you should have done today, though. We need a 3-hour prompt, not just an intro. That's the difference between Mondays and Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, we need that. That's what keeps us going. Mondays eventually will be built up that we have people calling in, so we don't need that to keep us going. Been doing a great job. Awesome. I know he does. He's just likable. He can't help it. Just a likable guy. All right, do we have the other ones? That's the one we were just on?
Yes.
One of these has the last Wednesdays. I don't know. I don't know which one, though. Doing good, brother. How are you, Robert? Livin. Trying to find our Wednesday night prompt. Kind of our Bible for the night to keep things going and stuff we've decided throughout the week to talk about tonight. Somehow we're missing it. We got so many fucking things, man. I gotta get more organized. Alright. I feel like one of them should have been longer than the whole top. You know what I mean? Because we'd have to scroll over to see them all.
Mm-hmm.
Did I clear that many out that day? I guess, but there's no arrow, is there? On any of them. The pants? Alright, Juju. Let's smoke a joint. I put my backpack in. Yeah, just even check. I was like, I ain't got it on anymore. Where's my backpack? I'm tripping, yo. Tied it back in. I knew I took it off. All right, y'all. We're gonna put the. Did you take it down? Is that not text? Is that not the phone number? Okay. Why wasn't it up there?
I might have took it off.
I just said it. How'd you take it off? Did you move it down, maybe?
No, just unlocked it. That.
Well, didn't I just unlock it? There. I thought I did. All right, cool. Cool. Just in case anybody's got anything going on, they want to call in and talk, any topics, any interesting facts. If you just needed somebody to talk to, right up there's the number, y'all. And I have 100% lost my prompt. We'll have to stay on here. That's crazy. Everybody out there, do me a huge favor. Next time you're on Facebook, go check out Robert Mustard. He does He plays guitar while live. He does lives. That's what I was going to say. Go check him out. Follow him. Like, share, all that good stuff. Let's get his community built up to what it should be. He's a really awesome guy. He's a real big part of this channel and somebody that we really care about. Mr. Mustard. Let's go. Let's build that up, y'all. There's plenty of people in this town that have or in this area that have huge presences that I personally feel like, I don't know why, but we're going to get into that later, not today. We're going to talk about some of the things going on in Fort Smith soon. We're going to talk about how there's so many people on platforms that's talking about making changes to the government in Fort Smith and all these things they're going to do, but nobody's talking about what they're actually going to do for the structure of Fort Smith. Nobody's talking about the real changes that can be done. Nobody's talking about anything other than we don't want to be led anymore. We want our own mayor to make decisions. Well, all right. I damn sure don't think that mayor needs to be somebody that y'all pick just because of shock value. I know that much. Who doesn't stand on any values. It hasn't said a damn thing about what their platform really is. But then again, I'm not going to name any names today. That's all going to come out later. I told y'all about a year ago that I agree that this town needs a new mayor. Did I not say this? Mm-hmm. And that mayor probably does need a little more power than having to oversee everything from a 7-person committee or board. But I don't think that anything that's happening right now is what we need to be looking at for change. And don't get me wrong, y'all. Your boy can't run. He's a felon. All because of marijuana. But if I could run, y'all can bet your ass we'd be running one hell of a campaign right now. Yes, sir. And we would not be just teaming up with other social media platforms just to boost our appearance or because they have a big following when we know nothing about them or their past or whether they're good for Fort Smith or not. Like, there's people in that board, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to say any names, but there's a young lady and her father who are pushing for the same things for years now that these people all of a sudden now are pushing for. And they've been in the system. They went about it the right way. They joined the system. They spoke out against the system, but they try to make changes the right way within the system. And we'll get into that later, like another day. And, I'll tell you who I think should be possibly the next mayor, or at least on that platform, telling us more what we need in this town, or showing us. But anyway, no politics. We don't talk politics on here. Not today, at least. We are going to start growing on here, though. Michael's going to start voicing his opinion about a lot more shit. Especially this community that I've lived in for 48 years. Why other people wasn't even born here, only lived here for a few years, want to come in and think shock value makes them the fucking next correct thing for what we need in our politics. I don't know. If you disagree with me and you know I'm talking about you, then feel free to have this debate with me. Because there's no need anything else other than let's talk about this. I wrote you personally today and reached out and asked you if you would like to be interviewed for the Smoke Room News, and I'm sure you won't. I voiced my opinion on other things about your platform that you built before you got into politics and some of the shit that I do not think that our government needs here in this town. So if you didn't know me before, I'm sure you know me now. No, I don't have as many followers as you here in Fort Smith, and it's not my intention to give a fuck about how many followers I have, but it is my intention to get my word out about what I think is best for me, my community, and the state of Arkansas, and that's going to be pushed a lot harder coming up. So, once again, I'm sure you know who I am now. I've reached out to you. Let's have this debate. Let's hear what you're really going to do for this town. Not a bunch of fake ass platforms. Not a bunch of fucking shit that doesn't matter about the community or the government. Not telling us that we need a change. Yeah, we're all aware of that. I've been saying that since I started this platform. What are you going to do if you are the next mayor or the next person in that position? What platform do you have to stand on? What have you laid down and built up that we should follow you? That's all I'm saying. So let's have that debate. If you don't respond today, I'll reach out again. I'll continue to reach out. I'll continue to post on the social media sites that you and the people that back you are a part of. And I will continue to push this agenda until I find out what you really stand for. What do you stand for besides shock value? What's up?
What's up?
I wore that shirt last night.
Not this one. No, this one's mine.
No, I wore your shirt.
No, sir. That's enough of that.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, I don't give a fuck what anybody says out here. Mark, come on camera.
Oh, God.
I don't care what anybody says out here. This guy here, I got his back. He's my friend. Like, we're guys. We're boys. Like, this is my boyfriend.
I was already
Been watching too much Step Brothers.
Now there's some different guys that's going around and made it kind of viral, but they'll just be random with their boy. They'll be like, "This is my boy right here," like, and they do that whole skit, and then they're like, "This is my boyfriend." He's like, "Oh, hold up, motherfucker, no."
I felt like I knew that was coming.
Anyway, that was a joke, y'all. That's how silly that shit can be sometimes. But no, I was sitting here bitching about politics,
Hell yeah.
even though we don't talk about politics.
I can't even vote, so it don't matter to me.
I can't vote. I can't run for mayor. That's what I was just
But you
saying.
can be a vampire.
I said,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying any names. I didn't say that.
But you can't be a felon.
But yes, you can definitely be doing some crazy shit. Maybe doing lives from your sex dungeon or different shit like that. Maybe though you just started a YouTube a year ago. That way, because if I'm going to run for politics, I need to get rid of this shit and start this new platform. Hey, that shit's still out there. We still know. I reached out today. I put something on a Facebook post and was like, "Hey, look, this is hearsay. This is just hearsay. But I heard from someone that is also a content creator in this area that before you started running for politics," and then I quoted exactly what I heard. "Hey, this guy is so-and-so. He's actually got a big following because he went live from his Airbnb, which was a sex dungeon." And then also heard about how there was some cosplay stuff where a certain person may have looked like a child.
Oh,
Wow.
really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of this is true, but I did get some messages today from people that said they've been following somebody for years, and they definitely use their sex dungeon for a lot of lives, and I can't find them. So yeah, it must have started a whole new page when you got into politics.
Huh. I might try this.
And listen, guys, I'm not saying anyone is or is not qualified to be mayor. I just haven't seen anything that shows me why I should be supporting certain people. I don't want to support anybody just because shock value. Got me. Got me.
What's up, Mark?
Oh,
You
shit.
did.
All right.
I'm about to have that in the work here a little bit.
Mhm.
Jesus. What did we get to the New Year Post? Oh, you was just looking at different stories?
Yes.
I see. My nose is running, y'all. That weather change shit. Anybody out there that's watching now or later, do me a favor. We're gonna do some scenarios or questions and kind of tell a little backstory of something. So, like, I'll give a prompt. I don't have none of my stuff. I told you everything got deleted, so I'm doing this off the top of my head. I usually have prompts for the lives. Let's say a time in your life that you probably shouldn't have made it out of a situation, but you did. I'll go first. When I was in my 20s, I was with a guy. We were doing a 5-pound marijuana dip. And the guy, I was the middleman. And the two guys that were getting it from, I never got a large amount from. Just like a QP at the most. And the dude I was getting it for, I didn't really know that well. It was somebody else's guy that I knew. But anyway, we pull up over on R Street to the apartments right over here. And I'd already told dude, like, anything happens, make sure you got your shit on you. Because I don't know how this could go down. And he's like, yeah, I got my shit. We good. Y'all know me. I don't like guns. I don't carry anything like that. No pew-pews, no nothing. Never have. But for his well-being, I was like, if you think you need one, keep that shit on you. Because I don't know what could happen. I've never done a $3,500 deal. And we're fucking at some apartments in the ghetto. You know what I mean? Anyway, they come. They're like, hey, bro, we got to go back here to my sister's house right behind the apartments. Should already been red flag. And I'm like, oh, bro, like, we ain't got to do this, you know? But he's like, no, it's straight, it's straight. And then they're like, we got to pat you down. And now I'm really like, that's two strikes. Like, hell no. All right, brother. But we start walking, and dude left his shit in the truck. Like, he's like, no, I got my shit. And they're like, you can't bring it. And I'm like, don't leave your shit, bro. Don't leave your shit, bro. Anyway, as soon as we hit the alley, bro, all I hear is click, click. Who's the gangster now, bitch? Give us the fucking money. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I ain't got the money. I'm just a middleman. But dude starts laughing. And dude's like, you think this is fucking funny? So now I'm really nervous. And I'm like, why the fuck you laughing, bro? This shit ain't funny. But, you know, I'm just in my head. And they take the gun off of me and point at him when he starts laughing. And as soon as the gun came off of me, bro, I broke. Like, I just broke. And I ran until I couldn't run no more. I made it probably about a half a mile and then ran inside a place and called, like, somebody got to come pick me up. I didn't know what happened. And I'd already told dude, if anything goes down, you go one way, I go the other. But homeboy got shot 5 times in the head and actually drove himself to the hospital. Ended up living, became a born-again Christian. I won't say no names, but shout out to that guy. And told the peoples, I believe, some made-up story. Like, you know, I was just in front of my house, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that was probably one time I might not have should have made it out. Y'all got any stories? Don't incriminate yourself. Like, there's statute of limitations on my shit.
Well,
15 years of addiction. It's a miracle.
had a knife point right back in my neck one day.
Somebody put it on you?
Mm-hmm.
Were they robbing you?
No, I was checking on somebody. And I went to the house, knocked on it, knocked even more.
Yeah, they're banging on the door and somebody rolled up on you?
Yeah.
Coming from behind?
No.
Oh. How'd they get the knife to the back of your head? You let them
Get
too
there.
close, bro.
I'll get there. There's always a build-up. Sorry.
All right, let's hear it.
I was like, go pick up something, you know.
Whoop-de-whoop.
Whoop-de-whoop.
That's what I call that.
Whoop-de-whoop.
Them old days.
And I thought nobody was home, so I was like, okay. I even kicked it.
What?
I even kicked it.
You thought nobody was home? So why'd you kick the door? Y'all, this shit sounds shaky already. All right, let's rewind a little bit. Whose house was it? Don't tell me who, but a friend?
A friend, yeah.
A dealer?
Yeah.
A dealer.
Yeah.
And you were hard up. You wanted
Hard up.
something, and they weren't answering the door.
Or their phone.
So you tried to kick in the door? You was going to rob them?
He's just gonna wake him up.
Nah, he's going to rob them, bro. Let's be honest here. You didn't kick in a drug dude's door. Like, you're like, I'm getting some shit one way or another.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. I kick it. And all I heard was, what the fuck? Because the door went this way.
You kicked it open.
I kicked it open. So, in that panic, I was just like about face and jumped off the steps and tried to run out. I was trying to get out my getaway vehicle, and that's where I felt the tip of the blade. It's like, what don't think you're going, because he had me
Oh, my dude grabbed your arm.
Oh boy, quick as shit.
He treated you like his kid.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
Snatched you up under
snatched you up like you did me.
I want to know who this dope head military expert specialist was. Tell me later. My dude just hemmed you up, huh? Put a knife on you and everything. Damn. Was he ex-military? That's an odd move to do. Like, he didn't just kick you in the back. He didn't, motherfucker, grab. Stay right there, bitch. Like. All right, yeah. You kind of put that one on yourself though, like I did. Like, we put ourselves in bad situations. I got robbed. Got cut 3 times, like stabbed and cut up. That was only like 15 years ago. 2 guys. I didn't even know the dude had a knife. I'm boxing the shit out of these dudes. Like, I got one dude off of me, flipped him over, boxing the other dude. I'm like, this motherfucker's swinging funny. He's swinging like this. And I'm like, this bitch can't even fight. Well, my adrenaline going, like, I'm all cut up and shit, bro. I still got scars from that shit. But yeah, they got my neck up here. And when I felt that blood start running down, I was like, take my fucking money. And like try to get away from them. They grabbed my money and took off. I thought I was going to not lose my money that night. That's the thing. It's just easier to give it up a lot of times. I hate to say that, but I think it was $150 at the most. Like, not seeing my kids again for $150 sounds fucking crazy now, you know? Doesn't sound too smart. I called Leah. Well, I called Dipshit to come pick me up. And he was at some outlaw event, the biker outlaw, and couldn't come.
I seen him walking down the street earlier.
Recently?
Earlier. Yeah.
Oh, her?
Like, fucking about 4 hours ago, I had to run to Walmart for my mom and grab some stuff.
Still looking just the same? Yeah. I already knew. But he called Leah to come pick me up. I went right over here to my ex-wife's house, and I was like, "You got a joint?" They're like, "You need to go to the hospital." No, I need to get high, motherfucker. This shit will heal, but I need to get high. I've been shot at. Been shot at twice. Once from the popo. The old cop was pissed. Like, I juked his ass. I waited till he started grabbing my ID and got all the way to me from his car. And then, like, I was like, I'm going to wait as long as I can so he has to get back to his car. He's a big, fat dude. Yeah. And as soon as he went to reach for it, I was like, nope! And took off running. And this motherfucker, like, I heard pop, pop. And then I heard, like, really close to me, like, whoosh, a shot, like, fire right over his head. And I was like, fuck no. And I find out later, I lost my favorite jacket that day because I was just I gotta make it all the way across town with the cops possibly looking for me. So I'm jumping fences. My fucking coat got hung on a fence. I left that bitch. I hid in somebody's barn for like an hour till it cooled down. Like, but it turned out some dude had robbed some folks in armed robbery over around Navy Road, and I was just walking in that fucking neighborhood. So yeah.
You when that cop got shot the other morning?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking me and my buddy Chris was dropping me off. And we was getting off the Grand Exit. Right as we're getting off the Grand Exit, you know, coming from Van Buren.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking getting off the Grand Exit, there's a cop turning sideways in the middle of the overpass on the other fucking lane. And then about probably 100 yards down,
another one.
There's another one already sideways. And as you're looking around the curve, because you can kind of see around the curve, there's another one sideways.
Yeah, they're blocking everything so they can set up somewhere to stop this dude.
These motherfuckers was full blown.
Well, you could tell in the picture where they got him. His shit was sideways on top of the bridge right over Grand, and it was littered up with bullet holes.
We couldn't see his car. They literally must have just...
They showed it on the news, like, where they had shot...
He either must have just come sliding to the stop, or when we got off Grand, he come through there, and they were shooting him on the way through, and he slid to the stop.
I'm pretty sure the car, from what it looked like to me, it was the Grand overpass.
Yeah.
That his car was up there turned sideways on and just littered.
He must have just, like, if we would have been a few minutes sooner, we'd probably...
Yeah, y'all probably just barely missed it when y'all got off. He probably came right after. Yep. Yeah. That's crazy.
That'd have been cool. It's been a while since I've seen a good shootout.
Right? Right? Have you ever seen Slow Speed Chase?
I've seen videos of slow
speed. Me and Shay
chases.
Fucking seen a slow speed chase, and I was like, we were high as hell. We're out getting high, and it was over by my parents' house. We lived right next to their old house on MacArthur, Sunnymead area, North O. Albert Pike. He was down there by the boys' club, and we were just driving around smoking, and because my brother was on probation or parole still, so we couldn't smoke in the house, but. We seen this fucking dude. He was drunk as fuck, I guess. He was going like 5 miles an hour, and the cop just steady following him all over. And I mean, dude's hitting. I was like, baby, let's follow him. Let's follow him. And she's like, all right. So we just fucking follow this cop, following this other dude all over. I mean, dude just keeps turning and going. And it's like 5 miles an hour. Just the whole way. No other cops came. Just one cop following some other dude all over, bro. And I bet it was 15 minutes that we followed this cop following this guy before the guy just, and then the guy just pulled over. And I was like, all right, we out. But yeah, he eventually just, I don't know if he was trying to get rid of shit.
Trying to eat it. Fucking stuff it. Something.
Very possible. Or just really drunk.
Oh shit, I think this was about to fall apart. Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the coolest things. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, we're following a fucking cop in a slow speed chase. Robert, you got any stories? Anybody else out there? 3 of you? Anybody later? I probably have a lot of near-death stories as a kid. I was clumsy as fuck. I was always getting hurt.
Trip on hard pockets air.
Well, I fell out of a moving van at 3 years old going down Midland Boulevard,
Hell yeah.
35 miles an hour. Had 5 concussions by the time I was 5 years old. Just a lot of frontal lobe damage.
Oh yeah.
You know, the part that controls depression and anger and all that shit. Wonder what happened to me. But no, like I was super, like I always felt like I had horrible luck, but I always felt like I had a guardian angel or somebody pulling me out of these like crazy situations. Because there's always something. I'm going to write a book one day. Me and my sister was home alone one time. We had her friends over. I was like 11. 10 or 11. About 11.
Were they your girlfriends?
No, but I tried to get with the one that was there. This is my sister's friend.
I heard that.
Me and my homeboy, I think David Strassel got with her for a minute. He thought she was too trashy, though. I didn't mind the trashy. All right, anyway, I won't say your name, girl, but I remember you. There was Jonathan Parker, I think. Okay, so Jonathan Parker is now in prison for life. He actually unalived a police officer back 90. No. What's crazy is he was living with Shane, Shaz's brother, and Jennifer when they were together, my ex-wife, and my kids. At the same time, he unalived that police officer. But yeah, I guess he got pulled over and was like, I ain't going back to jail. And anyway, Jonathan Parker, David Strassel, me. I think it was David Strassel. My sister and her friend. But remember the garage had the first door. And then it would come up through the whole building. And then there's that little room that would go up to Mom's room and to the kitchen. On up. Mom and Dad's room. But we were in the house and we heard like a crazy like big bang. I think we're in the kitchen. And like Stephanie ran to the door and there's like some fucking dude like trying to come in the house. Yeah. And Stephanie will tell you this story, my sister. But like I just fucking ran and like slammed the door on him like halfway and like he fell back and then just his arms coming through and I'm like trying to hold him out and I'm like, everybody help, and like called my parents and shit. Nobody called 911 back then. We didn't call 911. We didn't do shit but fucking call our parents and be like, and they were like, we'll be home when we get done bowling. I'm sure it wasn't nothing. Like, what? I remember that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
They come back, call the
cops. Yeah, it's a crime scene now. Man.
I'm sure I got more crazy stories. I could throw a few fake ones in there and y'all wouldn't even know. There's so many. Like the time I climbed Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Is it true? It's not true.
I jumped in a volcano.
And his name's Joe. All right. Anybody else got any prompt questions? Questions that would prompt us to tell a story? Robert? You're being quiet over there, bro. What it do, y'all? What up, what up? As always, this is Mike and Juju's Smoke Room at the motherfucking Smoke Room 420, y'all. It is the most lit YouTube channel, period. It's not a debate. It's not up for anything. It is what it is. If you don't believe us, come hang out in the Smoke Room. See if you don't leave lit.
How's work going, Juju?
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It did not sound enthusiastic.
I heard that.
God damn it! I'll tell you how it works.
Let me just tell you.
Don't do it, Juju. I'll tell you how my job is, because I can't get fired. This is actually pretty good, Joe. I enjoy being a house bitch. I keep the laundry done. I don't fold it. There's a pile of fucking clean clothes on the table, but I keep the laundry done. Keep the dishes done. Juju keeps the trash out. My guy.
Yeah,
Keep the dogs taken care of.
Because back then,
Make dinner every night.
There were a couple times that I forgot to take the trash out.
And it got backed up.
Yeah, then I had to like walk all the way down here to the alley, and,
Ain't doing that no more, huh?
Oh, shit. Her. That's what happened.
Learned his lesson.
There's always a dumpster around somewhere.
No.
Not close enough, huh?
Not close enough.
Man, I don't even want to know, Juju.
That's a story.
I wash my hands.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, if you've got a crazy story that you probably shouldn't have made it out of alive, 1501-290-6238. Always remember that number changes ever so often, y'all. It is a burner phone. I will not have y'all blowing my phone. Not for real though. You get somebody like, remember that one troller I don't even want to speak it into existence. Shut up, Michael. But you get people that be doing some stupid shit, and then they catch your phone number, and you put your real number up. That's just crazy. You know what? Fuck it. Everybody else says retarded again. The fuck am I always being so I'm tired of being PC, y'all. Like, y'all saw the Kevin Hart roast? Like, if people can say that kind of shit just because they take a fat fucking paycheck to wear a fucking dress or do whatever fucked up shit they do, well, then I can say fucking retarded.
I guess
God
I missed
damn.
Kevin Hart roast.
Huh?
I guess I missed the Kevin
Oh
Hart
my
roast.
God. I've got thousands of views on my reaction to it. Yeah, it was over the top, bro. It was like, look, I love roast. I used to watch the I always say Jerry Lewis, the Dean Martin, because Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. The Dean Martin roast back in the day used to come on infomercials and got me into them. And I love the fucking old roast. I love Comedy Central's roast. They were good. But the roasts now are just different, bro. And this last one, just so crude. Like, just some of the jokes are just too much. Weren't even funny, if you ask me. Like, one lady that used to be on The View, Cheryl Underwood, she's got dark hair. You know The View? The View cast?
But I haven't seen. I remember the old. Like, I don't know if it's still even the
Yeah.
same ladies, is it?
Yeah, the black lady. It
Dean
was
Martin
on there.
roast was awesome.
It was awesome. The black lady that used to be on there.
Not
Cheryl
Wolfie,
Underwood
but,
or whatever. Her husband unalived himself. And like Shane Gillis just kept like
slamming jokes about him being dead and killing himself, and like I'm just like, there's a certain point where it's just not cool. It's not classy anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can be funny and still be classy. D. Martin did it. Like so many greats did it. Now it's just like shock value. But that was just, I didn't. That one thing didn't turn me off to the roast because she came up, she handled herself, and when she made jokes about him back to him and said he was retarded or whatever she called him, that's why I said I can say retarded, yeah. But Cat Williams was there. Like Kevin Hart and Cat Williams hate each other for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like Cat Williams has exposed Kevin on everything, and then he shows up at the roast and like just says some shit like. That felt like a Illuminati. We have to say this and make it a joke so we can cleanse ourselves or whatever ritual we're doing. You know what I mean? Like just some of the shit he was saying about Kevin, and like it was just real awkward. What I meant to say was go watch my short about the roast, y'all. You'll see what I'm talking about. We'll pull up some clips. Just some really fucking shit that... Okay, have you ever seen the Bob Saget roast?
Probably not. No, I don't think so.
The Bob Saget roast was the first roast of the newer ones that really made me think, like, are they just fucking trying to get shit off their conscience and admitting it so that they can stay in power, but get it off their, you know what I mean? Because everybody during the Bob Saget, remember I did a short about the Bob Saget roast. Everybody called him a petty, chomo.
Pedophile?
I didn't want to say that full word.
Oh, I will.
I don't think you can. I don't think you're supposed to.
Oh, well, that's stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit you can't. It's really weird. You can't say SA, but if somebody's accused of, you say SA, and everybody knows what you're talking about. But like almost everybody made jokes about. Yeah, nice. Everybody made jokes about him being and I'm talking like everybody that was on the show with him, John Stamos, like all the people that came up here and talked about him, and like it was just really uncomfortable. Like it's more like they're really telling us the truth, you know?
Yeah.
And this roast was that way. There's a lot of shit said that just felt like, and you'd see the audience's reaction and you'd see the people they were talking about, and it's just be like, they might be being honest here. Like, dude might really be what they're saying, you know? But I'll pull up some clips. This is my least favorite roast ever, even of some of the ones that weren't funny. Like, the Jersey Shore dude, Mike the Situation. That was a terrible one. Hey, the Crusted Joint, y'all. Go check out the Crusted Joint. Kevin Hot Roast.
Excuse me.
What happened? Now, I used to love the Dean Martin roast, though, Robert. And, like, Dean Martin's such a fucking character. Like, even, like, he could not be as drunk as he pretended to be. Like, half of it was an act, but he was so good at it. Okay, so this is this guy, and this guy, I don't know his real name. What's his name, Juju? Anyway, he's a big roast person. And like, he was like, there's some fucked up, like, he didn't even really understand it. All right. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I can pull this up for y'all, so I'm just not going to, guys. Go watch it yourself, though.
The Kevin Hart roast has dominated the internet ever since it aired live on Netflix May 10th, with millions tuning in for 3 hours of chaotic surprises and brutal comedy.
And apparently they cut a bunch of it.
I'm surprised they invited me. That's how little star power you have. They had to start inviting your enemies. I said I hate him. They said come anyway.
I said I hate him. They
From
said
old
come in.
rivalries finally being settled to new feuds being born, plus all the wildest jokes and the backlash.
Like a lot of
followed.
Epstein
This
jokes
is
about
everything that
people,
happened at the roast
and,
of Kevin Hart.
Earlier I was like, this is not as good as the Tom Brady roast. Now it feels pretty good.
The full lineup included Jeff Ross, Tony Hinchcliffe,
I hate
Pete
Jeff
Davidson, Chelsea Handler,
He's funny,
Draymond Green,
but-
Cheryl Underwood, Naeem
Cheryl
Lynn,
Underwood.
Big J. Okerson, The Roots, and Regina Hall, who was a last-minute addition, so there weren't many jokes ready for her. And the surprise guests
Good.
were Usher, Lizzo, Tom Brady, Tiana Taylor, Venus and Serena Williams, Cat Williams, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
But not as fit, not as nearly fit as his mom. No, true story. That bitch had a six-pack. Every night she was pregnant with Shane.
Shane Gillis did a great job of moving the show along and reacting to everything that happened in
Good
between
boy,
performances.
Chelsea.
We're going to talk about Cat Williams later on in this video, but surprises like that one and seeing The Rock drop the PR training to say crazy shit for humor's sake is what makes these roasts so electric. Big J. Okerson's joke about Keith Robinson was another highlight, and Cheryl Underwood was the only standing ovation of the night. One of the biggest shockers, no pun intended, might have been Lizzo. I don't know why I assumed she'd be super annoying, but Lizzo was actually really funny and went along with every joke made at her expense. Sorry for assuming, looks like I made an ass out of you and me, Lizzo.
I really love to make fun of her, but I met her earlier this week, and she's actually pretty cool. Who would have thought that? But anyway, I'd still like to do it. Go back. Lizzo looks like the final boss of a Red Lobster video game. People keep saying Lizzo's washed up, but I believe the correct term is beached.
The night before the roast went down at the
And those are normal
Tony
jokes for a
Hinchcliffe,
roast,
Jeff
like,
Ross,
that's the
and
fun
Kevin Hart
shit.
himself were all here at the Comedy Store, going over their roast jokes, making last-minute adjustments, reading off their entire show. Quite literally telling double to triple the amount of jokes in his performance than anyone else on the panel, and receiving some of the most continuous streams of laughter from the live crowd.
A lot of people wanted him to fail, and he just killed him. Tony Hinchcliffe, everybody.
Jennifer Lopez, Tiffany Haddish, Jay Farrow, Burt Kreischer, Ari Shaffir, Louis J. Gomez, and Tom Segura were a few of the celebrities in the pit, but the real laughs were coming from the upper deck.
It was not sold out. That's something that's interesting. A lot of open seats. So some of the reactions I feel like were not as good as maybe the jokes deserved. But also when you're streaming it live around the globe, it's less incentive to obviously come to the live.
Kind of crazy it wasn't sold
Also,
out.
the production value inside the building was insanely high quality for being such a unique event taking place in a large space. The roast of Kevin Hart would have felt unofficial without an appearance from his #1 hater, Cat Williams. You could tell just by the way Cat spoke that there was real animosity towards Kevin Hart, which obviously felt different than everyone else who showed him out of respect. And the fact Cat didn't stick around for any group photos or patronizing makes you wonder if the beef is truly squashed. The craziest part about Cat showing up, though, was it may have actually been a game-time decision. Obviously, Kevin Hart was laying it on thick, acting like he didn't know about some of the surprise guests, but the night before the roast, Kevin claimed on stage that he was still not sure if Cat Williams was really going to show up or not.
You know, there's a time to like really make everybody realize everybody has said tonight that I can't act. What I want you to do is go back and look at that moment where I shook Cat's hand, I looked him in the eye, and I said, I just want us to be friends. Some of the best fucking acting that I've ever did in my career. I did not get one word of what I said. Cat Williams. Cat Williams.
Ironically, the real cat fight ended up being Chelsea Handler versus Tony Hinchcliffe, who were both big targets all night long from everyone on the dais and did a good job dishing and receiving. The only confusing part was when Chelsea tried to make this big grand point about the comics who supported Donald Trump and attended the Riyadh Comedy Festival, which was delivered with such gusto you'd think it was the most epic slam of all time. However, the jokes didn't actually apply to anyone on stage. The only comics there who went to Saudi Arabia were Kevin Hart and Pete Davidson. However, neither of them had anything to do with Trump, and Tony did the rally but didn't go to the Middle East. Luckily for Chelsea, a lot of people online were happy to get on board with the white male comedians are evil trope, so the joke went viral anyway. And just in case anyone wanted to chalk the bad blood up to pure speculation, Chelsea Handler made a podcast appearance the following morning to double down off stage, making inflammatory comments about Tony Hinchcliffe, Shane Gillis,
Shout
and
out
the idea of
to
roast in general.
Joke
Just 2
World.
minutes into
Joke World for your video on that. Wasn't quite what I was looking for. But yeah, just a lot of tasteless shit. Alan Watts. Suppose you are God.
Who was what basketball player was those again?
When? LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
LaMelo
I
Ball.
want to say little pennies, but they're not little pennies.
That's what he said earlier. No, those are the shoes I want. Some Penny Hardaways. Anybody wants to gift them to me. They're expensive. Size 12 though. Motherfucker.
I've only been on 3.5 days, but it feels like I've been on for fucking week.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to fucking go back. Like,
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to. It'd be good to have those days off, but it'd be hard to want to go back after half a week off. Like, God dang it. But maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to go back any day for me. So I said, I don't want to work for nobody yet. I just be contemplating. Nah, fuck it. Fuck them. I'm going, but they gonna know I'm pissed off. Hey, the new Bus Boys trailer, y'all want to watch it?
what's up?
It's Theo Vaughn and
Waiters are cool. When they went in our room, I'm like, ow, shoot, wrong table. What the fuck? And they all the money. What did I ask you? Maybe I could get a raise as a benefit. I don't think you remember a couple of years ago I was getting a college credit. Yeah.
Is that black from People Sometimes
Your check. I can get you wherever you want.
Christopher Lloyd, I think. Right? Is that not Christopher Lloyd?
Pretty sure that's Whitey from Me, Myself, and Irene.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's the dude that plays the little hand guy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Chris Elliott.
Well, who plays Whitey in Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah, the creepy serial killer guy.
Hey, creepy albino.
Hold on.
I don't know if he's a serial killer.
Yeah, didn't he turn out to be some crazy serial killer or something? Maybe not. Maybe I just remember it that way. But yeah. Bus Boys? I think it's Chris Elliott's his name.
Shit, did y'all start early?
And Jujus started at 7. I didn't get down here till 8.
What?
But we've been starting at 7.
Oh, I didn't know that. My bad, y'all.
Oh, you're good. I didn't get down here till 8. 8:10. I forget you don't have Facebook or TikTok or none of the things that I put all where, like every day of the live, I put stuff out and tag people in it.
I guess I can get stuff like that now. Yeah.
I guess you could. Yeah, Chris Elliott.
Yeah.
This fella.
Something about Mary.
There's something about Mary.
Yeah.
He plays with Wasp.
Yeah.
All over.
Woogie. He plays Woogie. I just now seen your message. It just came through.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. My phone's so weird. But hey, I got your message. See? Yep, Chris Elliott was a trip. Yeah, he's hilarious. Trying to think of something he did back in the day that was just fucking. He now, for a while, has been on Schitt's Creek. About the family, rich family that goes poor or whatever.
I've seen a couple episodes of that, but not very.
He's the son
I
on
think
it.
the only time I ever watched it was when I was in jail.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
So, there's a few movies that I will not watch. Just because I watched them the first time in jail. I'm like, nah, fuck it, I don't need to. Like, watching it in there, it makes it the best movie ever. Like, I'm talking Jawbreakers with Jennifer Love Huge Tits and who else is in there? Luke Wilson, maybe? No, maybe. Luke Wilson. But yeah. It's got the bad juju on it now. The bad mojo. All right, y'all, bus boys.
Steal your check. I can get you wherever you want. I mean, when you... We're on the wrong end of the food chain, but they're on the food end. We're on the other end when the food comes out.
You and Mark are a bunch of shit-banging bumpers, and that's all you'll ever gonna be.
I just want to have a daddy. So wake it up.
And I'm coming on this.
Bus Boys wondering. You know Bus Boys act too.
Fucking love Theo Vaughn, bro.
Way nervous. We go in there, we get a job for Bus Boys for 3 days, and they bump us up the wages because they're killing it. Then we're millions in the highlight. What? Oh, it's carnage everywhere. That's gorgeous. You know I do. Actually, what's your wiener taste like? That's hard, man. The traditional norm you're talking about, man, it's a turkey. Can you feel me pinching your nuts?
You got David Spade, you got
I'll be in Spain. I'll be in Miami.
Bobby Lee.
Hey, boss, where's my dick?
Bus Boys for life. Bus Boys for life.
All right,
Fuck you, motherfuckers. Fuck you.
hey, that's Nate Diaz. Hella people in this. But yeah, it's just gonna be funny as hell. Like Theo Vaughn, man, what an incredible person he is. He's real. He's hilarious. He's unfiltered. And he's got the biggest podcast in the world, y'all. I mean, 1 week he's fucking got the president. Fucking, whether you like him or not, the president fucking doing his podcast. He's got superstars, celebrities, and then he may have a fucking carnival worker 1 week. Like, the dude's real, y'all. Theo Vaughn. I'm about it. Hey, here's a question. If there's anybody that you could collab with, Juju, who would it be? Anybody. That's big. It doesn't have to be an entertainer. They just have to do a collab with you. Or a creator. You, man. Shut up. But you get to do that. If there was anybody else, like we could have somebody on the show. Who would be your number one? Like, yes, if there's anybody in the world, we get this free pass to have them come on our show. Who would it be? Who would you want to collab with? It's not easy. I like to say Scarlett Johansson, but it's not true. Yeah, I mean, Theo Vaughn. I think he is the most genuine person in entertainment right now. Dolph Lundgren?
There's this one guy that
Somebody. There's this one guy, what?
well, I'm trying to find see if I can find his name real quick.
Chris Elliott had his own show, the Chris Elliott Show. Yeah, or was it called the Chris Elliott Show? I feel like he also played a cabin boy on something. Either skits he did or a movie.
Oh, this dude. This guy's pretty funny. You already started checking him out.
What's his name? Is he working in FedEx?
It says Blackbird Coop.
Blackbird Coop.
That's on his YouTube thing, I guess, but he also does like TikTok and everything else. It's pretty cool.
Hurt. Blackbird Coop. I'll lock it in. This guy?
Yeah.
Looks like a truck driver.
No,
or
he's a farmer.
courier.
He's a farmer. He's
Oh, he's a farmer?
He's a self-made. Like he kind of came. He was educated anyway. He wasn't no dummy, and then he kind of had an education. Already kind of made a little bit of money, and then started farming. Like started out like 6 chickens, 2 goats, 2 whatever. Now he's got like 10,000 chickens, and you know what I mean. So, but he even wrote a book. He writes a book. He says if one of the things he talks about, if you feel like $40 is too much, then you shouldn't try farming. That's how much he wants for his book, you know. On first year, you know, like first generation. I think a first generation farmer is what it's called.
Yeah. How to build something without.
Because he did all this from
Not the cheapest eggs. In fact, they're the most expensive.
Yeah, that's right.
I get home and this is what I find. Check this out.
See the actual farm where the actual eggs were laid. So I scanned this, and this is what I found.
Alright, that's it. I'm breaking character. I'm head about enough. This sheep by the farm has millions of hens across several hundred farms. That means tens of thousands of hens per farm. So, if you have that many hens that are outside most of the time, the way people paying $8.99 a dozen think that they are, that means you're going to see lots of hens absolutely everywhere. Plus, of course, you go to the edge of the pasture and point it where, like, some of the escapees have gone. For example, this is the edge of our farm, and oh my god, so much room for activities. No, there are chickens everywhere, and I only have 3,000 of them. Is chickens drinking over y'all? Is chickens all up in the woods, all up in y'all? Move, flee. Is chickens in the grass, all up in y'all?
Yeah, why would you show the just a couple?
Even more chickens hanging around these fields over here. I'm one whole ass chicken just waiting.
One whole ass
chickens up in these nest boxes right here. Yeah, I'm about to put some hot sauce on you. Sure. At our farms, the chickens have to come outside to eat, and then if they want to drink, they have to go all the way over there. See how they're running this way and that way? Do you see? When they're done beating the hell out of this part of the pasture, which they have just about finished, then they're going to move the feeders and the waters. Move.
It's more chickens.
That's crazy.
The feeders and waters will move over here, giving that area over there time to recover. Five farm chickens are fed inside of a barn, which means that their day-to-day life looks more like our broiler chickens for the first 3 weeks of their life before they go to pasture. That looks like this. Good morning! Now, these guys are coming out here in just a couple of days, and they're going to a place that looks like this. But guys, I'm telling you, these pasture-raised eggs that you're seeing in the grocery store are coming from hens that spend 90% of their time with 90% of their populations in a room like this.
Other eggs were $8.99, right?
Hell yeah, my eggs are $8.99. They're $7.64 if you pay the member price.
So for another $4, I can scan this farm on my phone and watch these chickens one.
Anyway, I came across him a couple weeks ago.
What is it now?
Sometimes he talks about real world stuff too, like. I'm so tired, Junior. I ain't even done up. Just lay around and sleep most of the day. Play the zombies on Black Ops 4.
If I can't pass the first one, but I played Call of Duty back then.
Bonita, hey. I don't know what she's listening to. That's what it sounded like.
Eat!
Eat
And the king's mouth that eateth not.
as a thought! You may turn over to eat a fast! We like that spot! You up with the gang! Yeet! 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 You me!
Yeet!
Thanks! Little nasty hoe! Ain't nobody trying to hump you! You need to learn some manners! Yeet! You gonna get yourself little yeet!
What is it now?
I went to go pick out my steak, and I'm like, holy shit, $18 for a basic ribeye.
That looks like an unnaturally brightly colored New York strip.
I gotta take home and cook myself. No way. And I look right next to it, and there's this behemoth steak.
That's not a steak. That's a chuck.
Absolutely.
Looking thing. That's $14.
There's a reason for that.
And about 3 times the size of the ribeye steak.
That's because it's a roast and not a steak.
I thought to myself,
You thought to yourself you'd brown it and season it on all 4 sides, then remove it from the pot and add it to a Dutch oven or a crock pot. In a nice liquid of beef broth, red wine, maybe a little tomato paste, vegetables and herbs, and
Sounds
even
good.
more spices, especially garlic. That's a delicious idea.
it can't be that bad. Let me take it home and prepare it.
Oh, sweet godless.
You gotta slow cook
We'll
that
see how it
shit,
turns
bro.
out.
The butter is burning. The bowl. The butter is burning.
What's he doing?
I laid down some butter in the hot this GMC
Oh
XL
yeah,
size
bro.
steak down in the pan. And it actually turned out great looking.
It's not too late to brace it.
The sear turned out incredible. It just looked like it was going to be a big, nice, juicy steak.
Rare chuck steak. This isn't going to be a meal so much as a looks-maxing, jaw-chiseling workout.
But unfortunately, I was wrong. I cut it up. It looked so good. And I went to take my first bite. And I chewed for about 3 minutes.
It chewy. It does nothing.
It felt like I was eating a Timberland boot.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, that's right.
So learn from me and don't buy these giant video steaks.
My bad. Forgot this wasn't up for everybody.
Here we are over here thinking.
Just enjoying her. Fuck these guys. I hear you.
Waiters are finding their way to enter a room. And to make all the money, wanted to ask you if maybe I could get a raise or some benefits. I don't think you remember a couple of years ago I was getting a college credit. Yeah, I should have been in college.
I'm a dreamer. My heart's again. Let's do it, motherfuckers.
Sweat.
Our boy Crusted. What's he up to?
Sit there, fucking, you know what? I'm gonna do a little something tonight. You know? But yeah, I definitely fucking knew. And yeah, there was a little time where I kind of said, okay. You know? But it was an adventure, man. It was fucking crazy. It was a trip. It was really a fucking trip. Cause that shit made some people do some stupid ass shit. And me included. One time me and the homie were sitting like this. He was on the passenger side. I was in the driver's seat of his Chevelle, and his Chevelle was kicking out a little bit on Bonnie Beach on the driveway. Like hanging out on the before it goes down a little bit. He was doing stuff to his fucking car. Oh no, he was in here hitting the fucking a socket, right? And he was like, "Hey, Chris, you want some?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." This motherfucker, man. He got up, he poked his head out, and he goes, "Cops!" Boom! The car was empty like in a split second. We were gone, like we were right here.
Shut up and listen. We don't respond well to bully tactics. What does that mean?
And we don't respond well to bully tactics. Before you try us, you know that the whole team is fully sapped.
After those allegations that your husband, that's kind of crazy. Really irritating me.
So your shit got deleted?
I don't know where it went. I usually take the one from the... Oh, shit. Ah!
Hey, dang.
It always happens.
There we go.
We don't have it set up.
That's hilarious.
Shit, that's not gonna get ready for work. No.
I guess that's your cue.
Yeah. That's thing I can only read for a second. All right, no free problem, really.
I got one now.
Oh, change if I had anything energy drink. Oh. All right, guys. Love y'all. Be good.
Love you, Bubba. Be careful.
Sir.
Don't work too hard.
Try not to. I fucking help it.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
You too, Bubba. Welcome back.
Down the street.
Same old shit.
Your last food.
Not a thing to do. Time for a bone hit. I'm down. Let's do it. Bone hits. Hits from the ball. Hits from the bong. Hi, y'all are here at the Smoke Room, where the smoke is thick, the stories are real, and the truth, well, that's usually walks in late, but always shows up eventually. You know what I mean? But it is Wednesday night. The world out here is really loud, like always. It's always confused, and seems like everybody's arguing with everybody. But in here, we slow it down, y'all. We like to breathe. We like to talk. We like to listen. This is real people, real stories, right here at the Smoker and 420, y'all.
And real questionable decisions, Mike. Don't forget that part. Every Wednesday, somebody in this chat says something that makes me rethink humanity. And honestly, that's why I love it here.
Hell yeah. But tonight we've got new topics, new segments, and new mysteries to unravel. So sit back, spark up, and let the room take over. Welcome back, Cotter. Oh, Benny. John Travolta's first row. Benny Babadoo. No, Benny in unison. You never watched Welcome Back, Cotter, did you? Horseshack and Vinny and I don't know why I can't remember all four of them. All right, y'all. Tonight's question. What's one thing society pretends is normal, but it's not? What is one thing that society pretends is normal, but it really isn't? The weird shit going on. And, like, I don't know if society pretends it's normal, but there's so much fucking CSA in the world and fucked up shit going on behind closed doors of rich people and powerful people and fucking food being used for code for fucked up shit and just shit that we all see but we pretend that it's not fucking there. Like, what the fuck? And if you speak up on it and you make sense, well, then you're not around anymore. You know, Chester and Chris, others, possibly Kurt. Who knows? But what do I know, yeah?
What the hell did you give my husband?
What?
A blue pill.
Facebook.
Blue pill.
I didn't give your husband shit. Be yelling at me. All right, everybody out there, now or later. What's one thing society pretends is normal or ignores, but it's really fucking isn't normal or shouldn't be ignored? the hell? Ah. You cut it out. Trying to do too much. All right. High thoughts with consequences. Nope. I'm skipping. Story time roulette, y'all. We're going to spin the wheel. It's going to make that sound y'all just heard. And wherever it lands is what story we're going to talk about. Or y'all's going to tell us a story about. All right. Juju?
A coincidence that still freaks you out.
All right. What's the coincidence that still freaks you out? Let us know. This is a hard one. If you just don't have one off the top of your head. Let's see. What's the coincidence that still freaks me out? I guess the guy that I thought was my dad driving by me after my dad passed. That had to be a coincidence and not him, so that's weird, I guess.
See my grandparents standing right there on coming home in your truck.
What?
I saw two spirits. My grandma and grandpa's.
Her.
When Harvey asked me why I look so white.
Yeah.
Like, Judy, why you look so white? Well, you see the ghost. I'm like, yeah.
We is stoned immaculate. Hey. I love it. Immaculate. What if deja vu is just the simulation lagging? That's crazy to think about.
They need to get with the program and debug that thing.
Damn it. Juju's like, yo, laughed at me.
Yeah, but
is that water?
Yeah, that's water. That's water. That is water. Promise.
Ooh. Oh, that'll fucking get you. Woo-hoo. Come on, Betty. Son of a bitch. Juju, question. Do you think you could survive A week in the 1800s? The 1800s.
Go back now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see what life in the 1800s is like. I wonder. Robert, think you could survive a week in the 1800s? Being a man in the 1800s wasn't rugged cowboy aesthetic. It was manual labor from sunup to sundown. No weekends, no PTO, no mental health day. If you didn't work, you didn't eat. If you got hurt, you probably died. If you complained, people thought you were possessed or lazy. Bathing, maybe once a week, maybe once a month. Deodorant didn't exist. Toothpaste was crushed chalk. Probably was better for you. Oh, her. My bad. All right, I didn't catch that reference. Even better. Your barber was also your dentist and your surgeon. If you had a steady hand, you lived. If not, well, hope you wrote a will. Dang! You weren't a citizen. You were a taxable body. Well, you still did. You had no safety net. You still don't. You had no workers' rights. Still really don't. No retirement. It's being pushed back every day. If a factory chewed your arm off, the boss said, damn, anyway, and hired the next guy. You were considered old at 50. You made it to 60. People thought you were immortal. Half your kids didn't survive childhood and half your friends didn't survive adulthood. A cut, a cold, a tooth infection, drinking water, a horse kick, a stove exploding, the weather, your job, your neighbor's horse. The 1800s were basically hard mode, real life edition, and those were all things that could kill you. Your free time was chores. No TV, no phone, no music, no scrolling, no chilling. Your hobbies, fixing shit, hunting, not dying, sitting quietly because you were exhausted.
They forgot one thing. I'll be smoking a doobie.
Maybe. Was it popular in whatever area you're in at that time that you would know about it? Or be able to find it? He said, I'll find it. All right.
I'll follow my dough.
You didn't marry for love. You married because you needed help running a household. You needed kids to help with labor, or you needed someone to bury you when you died. Love, optional. Survival, mandatory.
Optional.
Going 20 miles took a whole day back then. Yeah, Robert said I couldn't survive. Going 100 miles was a life decision. Going across the country, well, you might not come back. You're expected to be tough always. No emotions, no vulnerability, no breakdowns. If you cried, someone assumed you were dying. You were a walking toolbox with trauma. But there was upside. Life was simple. Not easy, but simple. You knew your role, you knew your purpose, you knew your community, and you knew the value of every meal, every tool, every moment of rest. Pretty cool. I still say, hell no. I don't know, a week though? I could work on a project for a week. I'd build me something. Work with my hands. I'm a man out here, y'all. Maybe. Or I could get kicked in the head by a horse accident. Apparently that happened a lot. Watch out for the damn horses.
Or get a mule. Donkey.
I already have a meal. Call a jackass. My little brother.
I have another mule so I can ride it. So I can ride it.
That just sounds like a mule relationship.
It does, don't it? You couldn't survive, Robert? Oh, shoot. You got 6 quick draw McGraw.
Carry this bitch out for a minute. Hey.
Okay. We know you wouldn't go back to the 1800s.
I don't think I'd survive a week. I'd go back as long as I could come back whenever I wanted. I ain't about to survive that bitch. Do I got to do manual labor back then? Sun down to sun up? Or can I just like sit in a tree and write some poetry or teach somebody some artistic expression, you know? I might make it, but people are going to think I'm weird. They might string me up. It's different back then.
You like Chavez.
I see. Stop. And that made them go. Right off the cliff, all the horses. I see. What'd you tell him? To stop? Isn't that what he said? Because Atsy is stop, yeah. I see. That's so funny. Motherfucker said, I know what to do. Tell them not to do something. They'll do it. Tell them to do something and they won't. Stupid.
Not survive. Not survive.
Well, how about we talk about some history that we weren't taught in school?
I'm going to tell y'all one example. Dr. Franz Mesmer, 1734 to 1815. He was called the original good vibes only physician. He was the father of mesmerism. Yes, that's where the world first made the word mesmerize. It's his origin. His medical theory was basically that your aura is all jammed up. So Mesmer believed the human body had an invisible magnet fluid running through it. Your inner magnetism was just blocked, is what he would say. And that's why you're sick. Not germs, not infection, not injury, just bad aura, bad vibes. And he called it animal magnetism. Doctors called it pseudoscience, nonsense. And people called it magic. Patients would sit there in a dim room with soft music playing, and Mesmer would wave his hands slowly around their body. Not touching them, just guiding their energy. And people would faint, they would cry, they would laugh, they would shake. Some would fall asleep. And some claimed they were healed. It was basically the first wellness spa. And then he invented a device called the baquette, a giant wooden tub filled with iron fillings, water, and glass bottles. And patients sat around holding metal rods sticking out of the tub. Mesmer said that it aligned their magnetic fields. Like Juju would call it a group hotbox for ghosts. But France literally formed a committee to figure out if this man was magic or a scam. And the committee included, get this, Benjamin Franklin, Antoine Lavoisier, father of modern chemistry, and a whole squad of these Enlightenment nerds. Their conclusion, the effects are real, but it's all in the person's minds. Placebo so strong, it scared the government. So does that mean it is a placebo, or does it actually work? Not just in their mind. Because if your mind's better, then maybe your inner self is healed. I don't know. Mesmer was basically the first therapist, though. He believed emotions caused physical illness. He believed people needed calm, music, and relaxation. He believed the mind could heal the body. And in the 1800s, that was revolutionary. Like, doctors were still prescribing bloodletting. They were still healing with leeches. Now, something they were using then, mercury on the skin. I think mercury is good for a lot of things they hide from us, but not on the skin. Opium for everything. Just drug them up. Meanwhile, Mesner was like, yo, have y'all motherfuckers tried chilling out yet? Like, come chill in the smoke room. You know? It's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. But let's talk about his legacy. Mesmer's ideas eventually evolved into hypnotherapy, guided meditation, mind-body medicine, energy healing, and the entire wellness industry. Like, the man was 200 years early to the whole good vibes movement. Really cool story, though. It's a little something you probably never heard in history. 200 years ahead of it.
My dude said you got the wrong aura, fella.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could be true. Yeah, it's true.
Let's talk about another one of these supposedly hidden histories or diluted histories. The real reason that people feared mirrors back in the day. So, this isn't going to be the cute reason. It's not going to be the Hollywood reason. We're going to talk a little bit about the real reason. And for thousands of years, long before the 1800s, people believed that your reflection wasn't just an image. It was your soul looking back at you. Like, break a mirror? Like, you didn't just break glass, guys. You damaged your soul's container. And that's where the whole 7 years of bad luck comes from. Like, people generally thought mirrors were portals that could trap, weaken, or expose your spirits. Early mirrors were creepy as hell too, y'all. Like, before modern glass, mirrors are made of polished obsidian, dark metals, warped tin, and smoky glass. Could you imagine the reflection from some of those? Like, your reflection probably didn't even look like you. It probably looked like a shadow version of you, like distorted or darker, maybe even something else alive. But imagine seeing your face in a black volcanic like glass piece, and the only thing you got around you is candlelight. Like, you might be scared of mirrors too. Like, what the fuck is this thing? But, you know, it's kind of like they believed it showed your true self. Like, not your face. Like, we're talking your sins. Like, your secrets. Like, your inner darkness. Like, a mirror was thought to, like, reveal your guilt, your lies, hidden intentions, spiritual corruption. Like, people avoided mirrors the way people today avoid therapy. Like, they're running from that shit back then. But in the 1800s, when someone passed away, families covered all the mirrors in the house. And this was because they believed the soul, confused after death, might get trapped in the reflection instead of moving on to the next world. Like, if a living person looked into an uncovered mirror during mourning, the dead could pull them in or mark them for death, was another belief. Like, and this wasn't superstition. This was standard practice. Everyone looked at things this way. They were also considered gateways. Many cultures believe mirrors were these like thin spots between worlds, like a reflective surface that was a doorway to somewhere else. You know, spirits could enter through these doorways. Demons could mimic you. Your reflection could act independently, and the other side could be watching you. Like, Victorians even used mirrors for scrying, like staring into them to contact the dead, guys. Like, people feared mirrors because they thought something might look back at them. They're like, hell no, we ain't playing no Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, you know. But yeah, mirrors can be creepy. But hey, listen, humans are wired to be unsettled by a lot of things, like almost faces, distorted faces, faces that move wrong, faces that don't match our expectations, and the uncanny valley existed long before the term. Like, early mirrors triggered it constantly. Like, your brain would whisper, and it'd be like, hey, that's you, but not you. And it's watching you because you're watching it, and it's watching you. But it ain't quite you. It looks a little freaky. It's a lot. And listen, the darkest reason, mirrors for self-confrontation. something that people weren't used to back then. In a world with no cameras, no selfies, no constant reflection, like you rarely saw your own face. A mirror wasn't normal. It was intimate. It was vulnerable and uncomfortable. Like it forced you to confront aging, flaws, mortality. Mortality, that's a big one. Identity, self-identity, and the fact that you're a physical being. And by admitting that, you have to admit that you will pass on one day. Like people didn't fear mirrors because of ghosts. Like they feared mirrors because mirrors made them face themselves. Crazy though. Now we fear them because we think a ghost is going to be standing behind.
Vampire or something.
Not a vampire.
I'm quicker. Elbow.
Any other stories? I don't hear a crazy one. What about the man who survived being pew-pewed, stabbed, poisoned, and yeeted off a cliff? You don't want to hear about that guy? Bet you never heard about him. Alright, this is Smoker and Coach, y'all. We're talking about Grigory Rasputin, 1869 to 1916. He was a mystic, a healer, a chaos generator, and absolute menace to the royal family. Remember that. The man survived more unaliving attempts in one night than most people will ever have to go through. Like they poisoned my guy and he said iron gut. Ate it like it was snacks, bro. But a group of nobles invited Rasputin over for wine and dessert. The dessert? Yeah, cyanide. Enough to kill 5 men. And my guy ate that shit. He drank the poisoned wine. He sat there smiling like, damn, this is delicious. Y'all motherfuckers got more? Invite me over here for a snack. And let me tell you, the assassins, they started panicking. When the poison didn't work, well, they said, we're going to cap his ass. And they pew-pewed him right in the chest. You just took all this poison, and now they just pew-pewed you. He fell. They checked his pulse. No heartbeat. No. They turned around to leave, and my dude jumped up. Talking about eyes wide open and charged at him like a horror movie villain. And one of the assassins said it was like fighting a demon in human skin. So he kept fighting. So now they are poking my guy. Like they got their shank and they're poking. And he still won't unalive. Like he clawed his way towards your door trying to get out. And this man was running on pure hatred and Siberian farm strength. Like
wrestling bears.
That's all he knew.
Wrestling.
So what next? What? Let's beat him with a club. They beat him until he doesn't move. Like finally, they're like, okay, it's done. But nah, my dude wasn't done. Hell no. So they tie his ass up and they throw him in a frozen river. They wrapped him in chains. They drag him to the river. And they toss his ass into this icy river. Man. When his body was recovered, he had water in his lungs, meaning He was still alive when he hit the water and died from the drowning. Not the poison, not the bullets, not the stabbing, and not the beatings. This man survived everything until the literal end. Crazy. It says that historians think the reason he was so hard to kill is a mixture of these things. Just an insane physical toughness. My dude was just built different. The adrenaline going through his body. He never got a chance for his adrenaline to calm down. The alcohol tolerance of a Viking. And the poison that may have degraded in the dessert. Like, it could have not been as strong as they thought after it set and made in the dessert. My dude was just pure stubborn. And possibly the fact he was built like a motherfucking tank. Like, dude was just different. But the legend says that Rasputin was supernatural, y'all. A man who refused to die because facts wasn't done with him yet. All right. That's crazy.
He's gonna be a really badass and take them all out.
I mean, can you imagine how they felt during that whole time? Dude just keeps coming.
Just go. Just leave him.
And he...
Let's get back to the limo.
Man. They finished the job, though.
Yeah.
It's all a story at that point. That's crazy, though. Rasputin. I'm about it. That dude was a gangster. 50 Cent got shot how many times? I'm Rasputin, bitches. King Kong ain't got shit on me. You in here for gunshot wounds? They tried everything on Rasputin, bitch. Like, my dude flexing, you know? Yeah. Especially if he would have lived that drowning. Like, them dudes would have had to give up at that point. You just bury him in concrete and hope he never gets out. All right, y'all. That's crazy. I don't make it. They just don't tell us about it. Rasputin's son went on to... Ain't got no more.
There wasn't like there's some type of Rasputin.
Yeah, I got a story for you. Rasputin at what, Juju? My bad.
From Hellboy.
Oh, maybe. It would have made sense to talk. I feel like I've heard of Rasputin before. But, 1972, Juju. A bomb blew a lady's plane apart mid-air. The lady fell 6 miles. 6. Strapped to a food cart. She lands in snow, broke almost everything, and she lived. Doctor said the only reason she survived was because she passed out and her body went limp like a rag doll. So she wasn't tensed up at all when she hit. Like Juju would call this the ultimate trust fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked.
5 miles?
6.
She was coming in hot.
Bro,
like
she put in
terminal velocity.
Like how deep do you hit? 6 miles?
And hold up. Before we even leave the hangar, why weren't there some parachutes on the plane?
1972?
Yes.
You wouldn't have a parachute in a plane Unless it was like a private plane. Maybe it was like a passenger plane and she's the only one that lived. I don't think it was just her, right?
Everybody else got blown.
I don't know, though. Maybe. Let's look it up. Vanessa
went into the inferno.
Volvic. Now we got a side quest.
Good old side quest.
All right, let's see here.
Maybe we shall find our Johnston.
Boom, search. Hey, there she is, bro.
Oh shit. That's not vlog.
We're gonna let y'all see her too. It's cut my head off. All right. There's a picture of her. Wait, why's it not coming up? There we go. She's a survivor. That's great. Yeah, look, it was a passenger plane, bro.
Okay.
That's crazy. She was a Serbian flight attendant who survived. So, yeah, she was a flight attendant. Survived the highest fall without a parachute. 6.3 miles. She was the sole survivor of JAT Flight 367 after an explosion tore through the baggage. What?
She's still alive.
Is she still alive now? No, she died in 2016. That's crazy, though.
Miss Vesna Vlog.
So Serbia. She's built different too, see? Motherfuckers be built different.
Right? Vikings themselves, man.
1582. Pope Gregory VIII, the emperor who tried to erase a full year from history. Well, this one don't surprise me because I feel like they erase hundreds of years from. Is that yours or mine?
Wait, don't scroll away. Tap on this video for a chance to win a 1,000.
Stop it.
Piracy right there make you walk the plank. Throw you to a sea beast.
All right, this guy changed the calendar and straight up deleted 10 days. It's not that crazy to think of. Not that surprising that he tried, but why? Sorry I missed work, man. The Pope deleted the week. All right, you ever heard about the guy who lived with a hole in his skull? And apparently became a totally different person. Phineas Gage, 1848. A railroad worker, an iron rod blasted through his skull and out the top of his head. He survived, but his personality changed completely. So, like, people said my dude was like unhinged and mean and like a totally different person. He went from polite and hardworking to chaotic, impulsive, and wild. Like, he basically got a head injury and turned into you. Hello?
That's still bad.
Yeah. What do you need? There we go.
Man.
Yeah.
That took out.
Totally changed everything about him.
That was lobotomy. That was the first ever documented success. If you look at it at that standpoint, I was saying it took out all that. Maybe if people go missing. Entertainment purposes only. But we really don't. Plausible deniability. They come at me in a skin suit, yeah. Man. Huh. How would we know they were? I seen them in that van with tinted windows down the street. They did a lousy job on the paint job. Whoa. We're gonna sit down. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Big nephew.
Did little man come in here?
I don't think he did.
Web history is controlled by a secret world organization. Oldest time.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, right? Think about it. That couldn't be true, could it? Phineas Gage could walk around with a bar in his head. 1780. It's called the Great Dark Day. Middle of the day, sky goes completely black. Animals panic. People think it's the apocalypse. Church bells ring. Folks start confessing their sins in the street. Like, turns out it was a mix of smoke, fog, and atmospheric weirdness, but they didn't know that. Imagine explaining this calmly. Like, bro, the simulation just crashed, you know? Like, well, how would you explain it back then? And it was smoke and fog. What? Atmospheric weirdness? No, man, somebody fucked up. Somebody didn't do their job right. And the fucking sun didn't come on, or the moon didn't come on. Was it moon or sun? Sun. The sun didn't come on, just bleaked out.
Took a day off.
Had to change the light bulb. Shut up, son.
Ah. I heard of this one numerous times. Satomi Yamaguchi, 1945, Juju. He was in Hiroshima when the bomb dropped. My dude lived. He went on to Nagasaki the next day. The second bomb drops. He survives that too. Like, my dude beat the final boss twice. Yeah. That's crazy. You ever heard of James Douglas?
No.
1300s. His king passes and asked him to carry his heart into battle. Douglas put the heart in a silver box, wore it around his neck, and charged into war, screaming, "Lead on, brave heart!" And he fought until he fell. Like, his men recovered the heart and brought it home. And this is the most metal thing in history. Like, that's crazy.
Huh.
Wow. Was that about 2 atomic bombs? That's crazy. We all heard of the day the Mississippi River ran backwards because of the earthquake. It actually, for a while, ran the wrong way. New Madrid earthquake, 1811, 1812. Terrified everyone in Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee. It actually created a bunch of new lakes when it happened, besides making the Mississippi run upstream. It rang church bells all the way in Boston, Massachusetts, which is crazy.
Wow. Well, but then again, it's short distance.
Short?
Well, it's long.
Boston, Mass?
That's over there.
Like, that's pretty far for just vibration to make something ring. You know what I mean?
Nope.
But yeah. Says it caused a lot of the ground in Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee to liquefy. And then, like it said, it formed all these new lakes. What if it wasn't an earthquake? It was a giant demolition to cover some ancient technology up, like all the other fucking dams and stuff they did. Mm-hmm. The engine core, the Corps of Engineering.
Yep.
All right. I was saying earlier, I was fighting with my big old bully, wrestling, and Mom said, Miss Shay said I was too rough. And I said, I guess I just need a bear to wrestle with. This woman fought a bear and won. We're talking about Polly Bemis, Idaho, 1800s. 4'11", Chinese immigrant woman gets attacked by a bear. She fights it off with her bare hands, y'all, and survives. Went back to work like nothing happened. That's how it was back then. I just got attacked by a bear. Well, you're lucky you got back in time or you'll be fired. Like, I call her a historical icon, man. Juju probably say she's built different.
Built different.
Built different.
She's a monk.
But yeah, some crazy
that
stories.
Quick work on him that he didn't know what to do. Kung Fu Bear got his balls kicked.
Maybe we'll do some more unknown history facts next time. Right now, we're gonna.
What are we doing? What are we doing, Liz? What are we doing?
I don't know what you're doing over there, but I don't know if someone's about to take advantage of you.
Tell him no, Juju. Bite. Junior high school, 1978. That's when I was born. I do look like Ralph Macchio, don't he?
Yep.
Let's go. A lot of baby clothes have pockets, right? Let me keep my wallet in here in case I need some baby food. I might see a sucker I want. Super Trooper story coming out, y'all. Broken Lizard back. Let's go. Honest Dave got a new song. Bad Guy 5 days ago. Let's check it out. Honest Dave, y'all. Check him out. You're real fucking loud, dude. It's pissing me off. Where?
And start dancing under a black light. I'm so far from anything that will help me out. I would talk about EBT, but y'all don't know what that's about. So I'm crying out loud, got 2 tears in a bucket. This pistol heavy in my pocket. Fuck it, I'm a tuck it. I just wanna feel a real throttle. Cause fucking perfect. Stealing out my dad's fuel bottle, need a dozen. Hold on, easy does it. Mama cooking out the easy bake, this ain't no oven. I got it cause I want it. I'm a tired little woman, choke me out. I'm like my brother. I guess I'm just a bad guy. Never learned to act right. My brain got a glass eye. I'm leaving it fast. I don't know what happened last night. I guess I'm just a bad guy. Never learned to act right. But this won't be my last.
Let's go, Honest Dave. How many, like, Duke can do anything. What's next?
Sucks when you not like them, won't talk like them. But now I'm getting bread, so fuck, I shop like them. Let me fuck a little Bob like Kim and not Kardashian. I'm talking about the one with him. I need me $1 million to get these pigs off of my back and get some hoes on my nuts. That made me get a big old fast truck so I could burn up through the town, cause I just don't give a fuck. Hold on, easy does it. Mama cooking out the easy bake, this ain't no oven. I got it cause I want it. I'm a tired little rope, you choke me out, I'm like my brother. I guess I'm just a bad guy. Never learned to act right. My brain got a glass eye. I'm leaving it fast, I don't know what happened last night. I guess I'm just a bad guy.
I guess I'm just all groovy and shit. Mr. Mustard's groovy and shit. Hell yeah. Whoa. That's not real. She's too bug. That's scary. Her core strength could just pick you up and throw you around. Hell no. Amen. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Happy, joy, joy.
Little Ren and Stimpy.
The log.
How about Hank Williams Sr. singing Straight Outta Compton? I gotta hear this.
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sold off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You stupid boy, if you're with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the punk mother showing out when I'm in your neighborhood. You better duck, 'cause Ice Cube is crazy as I leave, believe I'm stomping. I'm coming straight out of Compton. AK-47 is the tool. Don't make me act like a mother fool. Go weekly, monthly, yearly, until them dumb mother see clearly. Straight out of Nashville singing them crazy little rap songs. But my voice just don't quite belong. I'm so lonesome that I could cry. And nothing good'll come from this AI.
That's very good.
Man, Stimpy used to love it. Well, Waylon White's got a new one. He's from Arkansas. Hackett, Arkansas. Not too far from here. About 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
So I would go. So it feels like it's yesterday. When you mind to hold, and all my worries could go away. You felt the same. You told me you needed me. Though times have changed, guess you the careless I see.
What song was the last one? Straight Out of Compton, done by Hank Williams Sr.
Or this one here now.
Which is Waylon Wyatt. He's from Hackett, Arkansas.
There was a time when I called you.
Waylon's the one from Hackett, right? Waylon Wyatt? Yeah.
When baby it didn't feel like wasting years ago. There was a time we were so alike, but so different now, and I can't figure out how and why. There was a time. Love's a funny thing. It gives and takes. Thought it was meant to be. Guess it was all just a mistake. But there wasn't that blood. We talked once in a blue moon. But then all of a sudden, you're pushing buttons. And that's all to the world. There was time when I caught you like, when maybe it didn't feel like we should get.
Straight Out of Compton, the rap song. It was an AI version of Hank Williams Sr. doing NWA's Straight Out of Compton.
Years ago, there was a time we were so alike.
Waylon Wyatt, yo. Hackett, Arkansas. Let's go. Let's hear it for the home state, boy.
Woo, woo,
Woo,
woo,
woo.
woo, woo.
If I were the devil, y'all ever heard this? I should even said I should just read it and let people take it from new context.
If I were the devil.
By Paul Harvey. Hold on, y'all. If I were the devil, Paul Harvey. Performed by me. If I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/4 of its population. But I wouldn't be happy until I seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I said about whoever necessary to take over the United States. I subvert the churches first. I begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that the bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, our Father, which are in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lower literature exciting, elsewhere to appear dull and uninteresting. I threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I peddle narcotics to whom I could sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I would tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each and its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media, fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I'd even evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress, and in his own churches I would substitute psychology for religion and defy science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If we're the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas. Well, a bottle, if I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what do you bet? I couldn't get host states to promote gambling. Well, I bet I could as a way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work and patriotism and moral conduct. Convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be, and thus I could undress you in public. And I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Think about that, y'all. That was a long time ago my guy said that. What part of that isn't accurate? Whether it be the devil or it be elites or it be what it be. And we're going to read one more for Paul Harvey. I got to hit it again. Now the rest of the story. Did I pause it? I didn't pause it, did I, Jujus? That's crazy. All right, it was not quite a year ago. Bill's wife got the urge to clean house. She disappeared in the attic for a while. Then she called down to Bill. There were just too many boxes up there and too much junk in them. What did Bill want to do with it all? And Bill called up the stairs to throw it all out. But a few more minutes passed and Bill's wife said, "You better get up here and take a look." Well, Bill went up the stairs. There on the attic floor sat an old box with a stack of even older photos, records inside. Bill's wife suggested that at least they listen to some of them before tossing them in the garbage. And Bill said, "All right." And together they brought the boxes downstairs. And they set this box down in front of the record player. And one by one of the memories drifted through the air, thinly disguised as songs from Once Upon a Time, but there was this one record, this one song that jolted Bill from his easy chair and made him just stand there dumbstruck, wide-eyed, motionless, breathless. What was his wife asking? And Bill could not speak, not until the last word was sung and the last note had been sounded. Well, then Bill told his bride the rest of the story, that once upon a time, Bill and his friend Henry were in the music business. Interesting thing was either of them could read nor write music. Bill and Henry could sing pretty well. But either they'd always known the songs they sang or had to learn them slowly, carefully, by listening to somebody else sing them. But one day, Bill came to Henry with some good news. Bill had the opportunity to cut a record with Capitol, but he needed a new song. Something really slick to start the record off right. Henry said, "I've got just the right thing." But again, the problem was that the only way Bill could learn the new number would be hearing Henry sing it over and over and over again. So Henry offered to do Bill a favor. Henry, would go down to the recording studio with his guitar. He'd make one of those acetate demonstration discs, and then Bill would have that one and only copy so he could learn the song. Well, that is what happened. After Bill recorded the number for Capitol, he threw the demo record with Henry singing on it in a box and forgot all about it until 1988, 37 years later. For the recording that came out in the light for the first time in all that time was a recording Henry made for Bill. Big Bill Lizer was indeed one of a kind. By now you have surely heard that Henry's son was presented with that demo record, and he took it back to Nashville, and through the grace of the studio magic, he was able to record a duet with his own late father, and this were father and son reunited in a tune called "There's a Tear in My Beer," a melody that's been singing in the dark for 4 decades, only to become the basis for the impossible country music collaboration of two men with one legendary name. That would be Hank Williams, and now you know the rest of the story. And the rest of the story, Bill Lizer was known professionally as Big Bill Lizer. Other nickname was radio's tallest singing cowboy without his cowboy boots and hat. Bill was just over 6'7" and tall. All Bill and Hank Jr. were lifelong friends. One of Bill's hobbies included engraving firearms. One day in the late 1980s, Bill and Han Jr. were talking about the engravings on gun grips when Bill, almost as a side note, said, "Here, take this record with you, by the way." It was the original demo that Hank Sr. had recorded of Tearing My Beer in late October 1951. Hank had a session one night for MGM, and Bill had a session the following night for Capitol. Bill was visiting with Hank in the studio, and Bill used to play guitar for Hank. And Bill told Hank, "I'm really hurting, buddy. Now I need a song, a beer drinking song." Hank said, "Don't worry, I'll fix it up." Right there on your pistol, Bill left the studio shortly thereafter. Later that night, Hank recorded the demo for Tearing My Beer for his former guitarist and friend
And the next morning, Hank delivered the demo to Bill, and Bill spent the whole day playing and singing along with Hank's demo until he learned that song. Later that night, Bill recorded his version for Capitol Records. Bill said that he and Hank thought they had a real winner with the song. They just didn't realize, as Bill said, that it would take 38 years and Bocephus to show us. Hank would nickname Junior Bocephus after Grand Ole Opry comedian Rod Broswell's ventriloquist dummy Bocephus. Hank Williams died in the early morning hours of January the 1st, New Year's Day, 1953. Hank Jr., just 3 years old. Crazy. Crazy story. Oh, Bocephus has a lot of crazy stories.
Bocephus.
Hank Williams Jr. I heard about Ryan Upchurch having to pay $15 million to the family of that missing victim because of the stuff he said. Y'all look it up. I don't want to go into it and me owe somebody money I ain't got. But he says some shit that wasn't accurate, and apparently it held up in court that what he said caused grief and different things to the father of the young lady. We'll listen to this real quick.
This is Ryan Upchurch. He's a country rapper who says that he's like a blue-collar, redneck, rough and tough dude. He was also on Instagram just like last month, crashing out on me, calling me a bunch of slurs. This is the news today that Ryan has to pay $17.5 million for spreading vile, horrible lies about a missing child online. This little girl went missing and her dad was desperately looking for her. There was a huge manhunt going on. And apparently Ryan went online and said that they were all lying and he was just trying to do it to get money. And then they found that poor little girl's body inside of her vehicle at the bottom of the lake. So this little girl's family was already dealing with losing their daughter and not knowing where she was. And then you've got Upchurch online with his 3 million followers talking cash shit about the family and calling them liars and grifters. That's just objectively disgusting behavior. And Church, I just want you to know, since you stay watching my shit, I ain't mad at you, dog. Like, I don't know you. You don't know me. I mean, you be calling me slurs online and shit, but like, I see it in your eyes, dog. I know where you are, and I've been there, and I'm praying that you get well, because this ain't it. This is Ryan Upchurch. He's a country rapper who's...
What's up, bro? Chillin', man.
You got the 3-pack. All right, y'all, that is the news about Ryan Upchurch. Country rapper. Jelly Roll hater. What's this shit? What couldn't
You know, Michael, you and I are in the same boat, really, you know?
You mean because we both sing?
Yeah, well, that's the beginning of it, yeah.
Because we both sing with the group.
Well, you're on the right track.
Because we both sing with the group made up of our own brothers. That's it.
Well, almost.
Because we both sing with the group made up of our own brothers, most of them older and one younger.
Right.
That's
right,
it?
Right.
Final.
Do you ever get the feeling that...
Okay. Do the
Right.
numbers.
You know, Michael, you and I are in the same boat.
All right, y'all. About that time. Big shout out to the one and only Juju for holding it down the first hour. As always, I appreciate you all. Big shout out to all our subscribers and our monthly members. Everybody takes the time to watch this content. We really appreciate all of you. People like Robert, We really appreciate you. By the way, go check out Robert Mustard on Facebook, everybody. Go check out Crusted Joint on YouTube. Go check out Smoke and Joke Podcast. Go check out everybody else that I can't think of right now. Danky the Clown. Appalachian Dawn. Whoop-de-whoop. All right. Get out there and spread love and positivity, y'all. We need more of it. Get outside of their box. You don't have to live in that shit. You're not defined by that. You're not defined by anything they say about you or anything they think you should be or are.